Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics edition number 19. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released July 3rd, 2013, beginning alphabetically with Avengers number 15, Echo Terra, Prelude to Infinity, Part 2. Alien races fleeing an intergalactic terror crash to Earth, just as the Avengers are occupied with the now active origin sites. Captain Universe and Manifold take a trip across the universe. Next we've got Avengers A.I. number 1, Harder, Better, Faster, Stranger. The triumph of Hank Pym turns to tragedy for the human race, an unfathomable Pandora's box of destruction. When a brave new world is unleashed, only one team of Earth's mightiest heroes can save us from the future, Avengers A.I. The Vision, Hank Pym, Victor Mancha, Doombot, the mysterious Alexis, Monica Chang, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. The age of Ultron is over, the age of A.I. is now. Next, we've got Daredevil Dark Knights number 2 of 8. A gorgeous new series featuring the greatest talents in comics brings you the rest of the Man Without Fear story. The mother of all blizzards has completely shut down New York City. Daredevil is recovering from a severe concussion and is the only hope for a little girl in desperate need of a heart transplant. Daredevil legend Lee Weeks returns for Angels Unaware. We've also got Deadpool Kills Deadpool number 1 of 4. The final act of the Deadpool trilogy begins. Deadpool sets his sights on the ultimate target, himself. Contains over 700% of your daily recommended Deadpool. Next we've got Dexter number 1 of 5. Dexter Morgan is not just an above-average forensic blood spatter expert, he's also Miami's friendly neighborhood crime-fighting serial killer. But Dexter's killing streak gets put on hold as he finds himself trapped in a sticky situation, his high school reunion. The Skid Row slasher, Miami's newest serial killer, is racking up quite the body count. The rookie is giving good old Dexter a run for his money. And Dexter's problems are only beginning to multiply as his dark passenger, Dexter's inner voice, screams for a little murderous fun to feed to the need. Next we've got Emerald City of Oz number 1 of 5. The Eisner Award-winning creative team of Scotty Young, Wonderful Wizard of Oz and New Warriors, and Eric Shanower, Wonderful Wizard of Oz, bring the best Oz series yet. In Kansas, Uncle Henry can't pay the mortgage, so Aunt Em, Dorothy, and he must leave their home. Where can they go? To the land of Oz, of course. Will anyone in Oz survive after the gnomes attack through the secret underground tunnel? We've also got Guardians of the Galaxy Tomorrow's Avengers number 1, one-shot. Leaping off the pages of the biggest comic of the year come stories about the biggest heroes in the Marvel Universe. Find out who the Guardians are and why they're worthy of guarding the galaxy. Featuring Rocket Raccoon, Drax, Gamora, and Groot. We've also got Iron Man number 12, The Secret Origin of Tony Stark continues, The Birth. 451's ulterior motive proves to be a big one in a very literal sense. We've also got Marvel Universe The Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes number 16, The Kree Empire Comes to Earth. Miss Marvel joins the Avengers against Ronan the Accuser based on Season 2 of the hit Disney XD TV show. Next we've got Red She-Hulk number 67, Route 616, Conclusion. It all comes down to this. The Mad Thinker has improved the next generation of super soldiers, and they are here to finish the rampage of the Red She-Hulk. Is Betty stuck in a mega-stage Hulk form forever? Will Machine Man, She-Hulk, and humanity pay the price for Betty's interference of the future? We've also got Superior Foes of Spider-Man number 1, brand new, ongoing. Boomerang and some of Spidey's deadliest baddies prove that with terrible power comes terrible responsibilities. Rising star Nick Spencer teams with Eisner Award-winning sensation Steve Lieber for a walk on Spider vs. Evil Side. Next we've got Thunderbolts number 12. First, a look at the Punisher's role on the team. Does he trust his teammates? Then delve into the secrets of the most mysterious Thunderbolt, Mercy. We've also got Venom number 37. If Venom's going to be the superhero Philly deserves, he's got to do it right. Venom wants it all. Resources, allies, contacts, and an HQ, but he knows zip about setting that up. To make matters worse, he already made an enemy of Philly's toughest crime boss, Lord Ogre, and Lord Ogre declares war. Next, we've got What If AvX number 1 of 4. The biggest event of 2012 is now the biggest miniseries of 2013. We all know what happened to the Avengers and the X-Men, but what if the story had gone differently? The one and only Jimmy Palmiotti brings his signature style to a mind-blowing reinterpretation of a key event in the history of the Marvel Universe, featuring Magneto, Hope, and every Avenger and X-Men you can imagine. And we've got X-Men Legacy number 13, continuing his mission to proactively pave the way for the reignited mutant race. Legion travels to the United Kingdom to preemptively extinguish a threat to his people. But the head of Britain's paranormal intelligence agency, Pete Wisdom, won't stand for Legion committing any crimes in the name of mutant kind on his turf. So, in the game of superhuman spy versus spy, who will ultimately get the upper hand? I'll tell you one thing, someone is certainly going to be a casualty in this face-off. Out in trades this week, we've got Daredevil End of Days hardcover. Revealed at last how it all ends for the man without fear. In the near future, the Kingpin and Daredevil have been murdered, but that's just the beginning. Reporter Ben Urich has one last story to write. What was Matt Murdock's final secret? Ben digs deep into the seedy underbelly of the Marvel Universe, tracking down Matt's buried sins and past loves to discover the secrets behind his death. But who is the new Daredevil that's tracking Ben? The investigation leads Ben through a harrowing gauntlet of Daredevil's greatest foes and straight into the Church of the Hand. And when Daredevil's final mystery stands revealed, Ben Urich's life will never be the same. It's a story years in the making, brought to you by some of the finest creators in Daredevil history. Collects Daredevil End of Days number 1 through 8. Next, we've got Dark Avengers Masters of Evil trade paperback. What forces on this planet, nay, this universe, could turn Earth's deadliest villains into Avengers? Trapped in a dangerous world, Scar, Moonstone, and Ragnarok go to war with the deadly Doctor Strange. And when Dr. June Covington is turned loose in Tony Stark's Frankensteinian laboratory, who will be her first subject for improvement? When the Dark Avengers find the secret to returning home, can they fight their way out of King Thing's torture pit and overcome Iron Man? As the world crumbles, what's up Moonstone's sleeve? The Dark Avengers may just prove evil is their only hope. Collects Dark Avengers number 184 to 190. We've also got the Marvel Now Omnibus hardcover. The future is now, Marvel Now. Get in on the ground floor as the Marvel Universe is revitalized for a new and exciting era of adventure. Collects Uncanny Avengers number 1, Marvel Now .1, A+X number 1, Deadpool number 1, Iron Man number 1, All New X-Men number 1, Fantastic Four number 1, Thor God of Thunder number 1, X-Men Legacy number 1, Captain America number 1, Indestructible Hulk number 1, FF number 1, Avengers number 1, Thunderbolts number 1, Avengers Arena number 1, Cable and X-Force number 1, New Avengers number 1, Superior Spider-Man number 1, Savage Wolverine number 1, Young Avengers number 1, Uncanny X-Men number 1, Secret Avengers number 1, Nova number 1, Guarding the Galaxy number 1, Red She-Hulk number 58, Fearless Defenders number 1, Journey into Mystery number 646, Morbius the Living Vampire number 1, Uncanny X-Force number 1, Wolverine number 1, Avengers Assemble number 9, and more. Next, we've got New Avengers Volume 1, Everything Dies hardcover. To prevent the collision of our universe with another, the Illuminati must reassemble. Now. It's the Marvel Universe's most powerful and brilliant team. Black Panther, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, Mr. Fantastic, Submariner, and the Beast, armed with the 6 Infinity Gems against an infinite legion of parallel realities. But their task is complicated by old wounds, lies, and secret agendas. When the Illuminati experiences its first dimensional incursion, can the members of this loose brotherhood trust each other enough to use the Infinity Gems in unison? And when they learn Earth is the center point for the death of the universe, doesn't that mean destroying it might save everything else? Enter the World Eater Galactus as the New Avengers do the unthinkable. Jonathan Hickman and Steve Epting revamp the New Avengers in a multiverse-spanning saga. Collects New Avengers number 1 through 6. We've also got Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 Revolution hardcover. The true flagship X-Men series returns now. In the wake of the Phoenix event, exactly what are Cyclops and his team of outlaw X-Men, visionary revolutionaries, or dangerous terrorists? Whatever the truth, Cyclops, Emma Frost, Magneto, and Magic are gathering new mutants and redefining the name Uncanny X-Men. But they face harsh challenges. Once again, robotic sentinels hunt the team and the mutants they protect. But who's doing the hunting? And there's a mole on Cyclops' team, but who is it? A weakened Magneto must prove that he's still the master of magnetism, as Magic wonders why she's the only Phoenix 5 member to emerge unscathed. Plus, learn what it's like to be a student at Cyclops' new school. Blockbuster creators Brian Michael Bendis and Chris Bachalo revamped the entire X-Men concept, collecting Uncanny X-Men number 1 through 5. Next, we've got Venom, the Enemy Within trade paperback. Venom goes looking for trouble, and boy does he find it in these action-packed tales. After turning over a new leaf and vowing to protect the innocent, Eddie Brock and his alien symbiote stalk the streets of San Francisco, dispensing their own brand of justice. It's a veritable who's who of Spider-Man's deadliest foes as Venom goes toe-to-toe with the Punisher, Juggernaut, Demogoblin, and Morbius the Living Vampire. But when Eddie Brock bonds with yet another parasitic life form, will he succumb to madness, or can he conquer the enemy within? Plus, Venom takes on the ever-incredible Green Goliath in a rare, never-before-reprinted tale written by legendary Hulk scribe Peter David. Collects Venom Funeral Pyre number 1 through 3, Venom the Madness number 1 through 3, Venom the Enemy Within number 1 through 3, and Incredible Hulk and Venom number 1. We've also got Wolverine by Mark Millar Omnibus hardcover. He's the best there is at what he does, and when writer Mark Millar of the Ultimates and Kick-Ass gets his hands on Wolverine, what he does isn't very pretty. When the Hand brainwashes Wolverine, he slices and dices his way through friends and foes alike, carving a swath of terror through the Marvel Universe that ultimately results in X-Men's death. Finally captured and deprogrammed, Wolverine swears vengeance against his tormentors, and the vengeance of Wolverine is a wonder to behold. Then, nobody knows what happened the night the heroes fell, but the villains have been calling the shots ever since. Wolverine's fate is the biggest mystery of all. No one has heard from him for 50 years, and in his place stands an old man called Logan. Collects Wolverine number 20 to 32 and 66 to 72, and Wolverine Old Man Logan Giant Size number 1. And last, we've got X Factor Volume 20 Hell on Earth War trade paperback. The Hell on Earth War begins as the various lords of hell fight for dominance in a vicious mystical battle triggered by the 7 billionth soul born on Earth, Wolfsbane's son, Tyr. And only X Factor can prevent the entire world from going up in flames. But as the team fights for Tyr's life and struggles to stop the Hell Lords from tearing apart the Earth, familiar faces return, but help may come too late as one Hell Lord is poised to stand victorious. The few remaining X Factor members make a last-ditch effort to save the world, but not all will survive the final battle. This is the end of X Factor as you know it. Collects X Factor number 250 to 256. Okay, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with my usual roundup of all my favorites for the week, with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.